Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome. Yay, I'm so glad you're all here. Little housekeeping. It's been a big week. It's Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up put out the last chance list, those items that are going to be retiring out of the catalog. And it's always a stressful time, but then to make it even a little more, overwhelming is that they're doing a color refresh. So when I move my camera down, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the colors that are leaving, okay? But, like I said, I started to say a little housekeeping. Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you like my video, please share my video and comment share down in the comments, and you might get the project I work on tonight. You might be chosen to get it. Last week I made this really cute card using the Poppy set. I don't remember the name. It is retiring. I used the gold leafing on two different accent pieces here. I was very happy to see it staying, so I'm going to be giving that a little more love in the next year. But this is going to go out to Mary Wilson because Mary Wilson shared my video and shared. So I will get that out to you very soon. Thank you for doing that, Mary. If you can't share my video, I understand. I would love you to give me my video a heart. Facebook likes the hearts better than the thumbs up, so if you'll do some hearts, I appreciate that. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And then click the little blue bell, and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. I upload a new video most every Monday evening. Okay, so I do have a great fun fold card for you tonight. I'm going to be using several things that are going to be retiring, and I haven't spent a lot of time with the new catalog, but I really like what I see. So I'm excited. I'm going to switch my view to my hands, and I'm going to show you what colors are retiring in case you haven't seen that already. Okay, so there are 11 colors that are retiring, okay? And here they are. I've pulled out the stamp pads. We've got Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Mango Melody, Mary Merlot, Mint Macaron, Pear Pizzazz, Pacific Point, Rich Razzleberry, Sahara Sand, So Saffron, and Soft Suede. A couple of these I won't be too sad about, but a couple of these I will be sad to go. I'll be sad to see Bermuda Bay, Mango Melody, Pear Pizzazz, and Sahara Sand go. The others, not so much. There will be 11 colors replacing these. Now I'm trying to remember for sure, and this is just from memory. I think of the new colors coming in. I think five of them, 4 or 5 of them are new, and the rest are returning colors. I don't have all of those names right in front of me, but we got plenty of time to get to those. But these are the ones that are going to be retiring out of the core colors. And then these in colors are retiring: Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. These are the 2021-2023 in colors. Now you may be thinking, well, wait a minute, there's 5 in colors. Yep, Fresh Freesia is missing. It's right here. But you know what? It's staying around. It's going to replace one of these colors. So, yay! I like that. So, I'm hoping next week maybe I can have a graphic or something for you to show you the new colors that are coming in. I have posted the retiring list on my Facebook page. It's one of the pinned posts, so check that out. If you want to starting tomorrow night, the sale that's on that flyer will start. Use this host code when you're placing your order, please. Or if you don't want to wait and risk it selling out, get it tonight, okay? Again, use my host code. Appreciate that. Okay, we are going to go right on into tonight's card. I have this really cute, it's called a peekaboo card. And it's so stinking cute, and it's simple. Simple, simple. Some of the things are retiring. You notice the mint macaron. I decided to use that. It's not one of my favorite colors, but you know what? I seem to use it a lot, a fair amount. So anyway, the friendly gnomes are retiring, and there's a coordinating set of dies. Those will be retiring. The layering circles, they're retiring, but I'm never getting rid of mine because they're too valuable. But anyway, let's see. So when I talk about something I want to mention, when I talk about the retiring colors, it's not just the ink. Remember, it's going to be cardstock. It's going to be blends. It's going to be Stampin' Write markers. And it's my understanding that they are redoing some of the Stampin' Write markers. Let's see, which one is this? This is soft succulent. So one end currently has this kind of a sharper point on it. In my experience is it tends to dry out, and this end is a brush end. But it's my understanding they're changing this end, and it's going to be maybe more of a marker end on it versus a pen. So I'm excited to see that. Lots of old standards getting new, getting updates and refreshed. Oh, the big news is the Stamparatus is retiring. The magnets, the grid paper, the Stamparatus itself, the insert for it. So if you've always wanted one and are considering it, get it now before it sells out. If there are any left, they're going to go on with the online exclusives. There's a number of products that are going to be part of the online exclusives, and then once they're gone, they're gone. So anyway, so we're going to start out, we're going to do this really cute peekaboo card. And so let's get started. Just like for last week's card, I'm using the same DSP, the Country Gingham. It's got Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, and Sweet Sorbet. And it has a variety of different check patterns in it. And it's really versatile. I've really liked using it, and so I decided to pull it out for this project. So we start out Mint Macaron cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5. Fold it in half. And it's pretty standard here. Let me get my bone folder. Okay. There we go. Now I have a piece of basic white cardstock. This is 5.25 by 8 inches, okay? And we have to score this. So I'm gonna pull my trimmer down. I have to open up get the blade out of the way so I don't make a mistake. So, like I said, this is 8 inches long. Yep, 5.25. And we are going to score this at 4 inches, which is right in the middle, and then at 6 inches. Okay, I guess I didn't need my long arm after all. Whoop. And then I'm going to fold this accordion style, okay? Just like this. Okay, set that off to the side. Then we're going to use a piece of Designer Series paper. This paper is 6 by 6 right now. We are going to cut this down to, let's see, 4 by 5.25, okay? So this is going to be 4. Good piece to save by 5 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to use this on the inside. Right now this is 4. We're going to make this 3 3/4 for the inside of the card. So, okay, I think that's all I have to cut now. Yeah, see that little strip's going to go right on the inside and the bottom there. Why waste it, right? Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the designer series paper first. And that is so that I know where to cut my hole at, okay? When I did my original, I cut the hole and then put my sentiment on there, and that could have turned out terribly. Initially, I was going to make a little banner and put a happy birthday, but I liked the wishing you the most magical of birthdays. So I decided I wanted to stay with that, and I wanted to make that work. And so that's exactly what I did. So I'm going to get my mat, my foam mat, because I'm using photopolymer stamps. This is such a cute set. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of it or not. Okay, so this is wishing you the most magical birthdays. And you know, and the reason I'm even going to stamp this before I attach it to my card front, because if I screw up, then I can get in, I haven't wasted my card base, and I can get cut another piece of designer series paper if I need to. Perfect. Okay. You know, while I'm here too, I think since I'm stamping, I will go ahead and stamp my gnome. He's cute. Get him good and inked up. There we go. Okay, we'll come back to him later and finish coloring him. Put that out of my way. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece of paper, I'm going to attach it to the front of the card. I'm going to keep my adhesive along the edges, and you'll see why here in a minute. And I'm going to put it like right under my okay, right like this. Okay. Now I'm going to pull out my layering circles dies, and this is one of the larger ones that I'm going to cut out right there. Okay. Now I had to bring my big cut and stamp and emboss machine out because I'm using the full width of the card, and the mini one is not big enough. So okay, so we're going to lay the card down here, put this right on here, and I think that placement's good, and you can see why now it was good to stamp the sentiment first. Yeah, when I did the first one, it was just kind of a lucky chance that it worked. Okay, so let's put this through. I don't know about you guys, I'm ready for spring to come in my area. It's still too cold for my liking. Okay, there we go. Okay, now you can see I already pulled off the, took the die off, and the DSP came with it. I can save that for another project. That's perfectly good. But this is why I didn't want to put any adhesive right there, so I could just use that. Now I could have very easily just used a scrap piece of mint macaron and die cut it out, but why should I just use what's here? So, okay, we've done that. Now let's put our insert in. It's gonna go in like Let me get my card back. See, it's going to go in like this. Okay, so let's put that in there. This is really a simple card. It looks harder than it is. And people are going to love it. It's called a peekaboo card, I believe. Remember, with the stamp and seal, you don't need a lot of adhesive. That's one of the nice things. It may be a little more expensive, but you don't need as much. And it takes a while sometimes too. Remember that. I have to remind my ladies. Now here's that little strip we cut down from when we made cut the front. I'm going to put that right here. That's perfect. Okay, now I have 2 strips of an alternate check that I'm going to put here, and these are 1 3/4 by 5 inches. Yes, so we're going to put those in place. You know, if this was something that had a floral in it, I might put a floral in there, but I am really loving this card. Okay, or this layout. I'm going to be using this again for other cards, I think. I think we're going to do one of these for my class this month. If you're local to me and would like to attend my next classes, my next class is Saturday, April 15th here in my home studio. I would love to have you. You just have to RSVP to me 4 days ahead of time, okay? So that I can have everything prepared. So let me pull my card in. So this piece that we cut out of here, we're going to attach right there. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive on that part of the card. And it's just easier to do it that way. With it shut, make sure you get your little scallops lined up. Put it down. And there you go. Look at that. Isn't that easy? Okay, now we just have to work on our gnome, and we have to do our bow. Okay, so we're going to color with the blends here. Here's the gnome I stamped. The blends that I'm using, this one's the dark mint macaron, light Tahitian tide, light daffodil delight, light soft suede, light pumpkin pie, and this is the light 900 for the natural tones blends. They're a whole line of skin tone blends that you can purchase. Go from very dark to very light tones, okay? So I was going to show you, I'm using the dark mint macaron blend for his hat. And I just, you know, there's all sorts of great, what do I want to call it? Techniques and things. I'm not fancy with them. I keep it pretty simple. I just love the ease with which they color, and it looks so smooth when you're finished. But I do like to sometimes highlight these lines in here. So if I'd colored it initially with the light macaron, I would have gone back with the dark one and highlighted these. But since I used the dark one, I'm just going to use the dark one 2 or 3 times over these lines, just to kind of highlight them and give them a little bit of extra emphasis. So you can see how I did that. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me color all of him. I've got one done for you. So of course, the skin tone is his face and his hands. The pumpkin pie are his sleeves. The Tahitian tide are his pants. The soft suede are his shoes. And then the daffodil delight is the flower. And then I did use pumpkin pie in the center of that flower. Okay. So I'm going to bring my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine back over so I can cut him out. Again with another one of the layering circles. Remember, if you don't, I mean, I know there are lots of circles out there, but I particularly love these layering circles, and I'll be keeping them. So here's this. Here's my circle that I'm using. Okay. Put him right on there. And voila, there he is. Move this out of the way. Okay. So we are going to put this right smack dab in the center of this scallop. And see, when you color with blends, you want to have a piece of paper underneath so you don't scrap paper, so you don't accidentally bleed through onto your project and ruin your hard work. So I'm gonna close this. It'll help me make sure I get him straight. There we go. Okay. Now the only thing I have left for this is a bow. You could have done about anything for the bow, but I decided, I pulled out the white glittered organdy ribbon. This is, when this current annual catalog is done, it will go to the online exclusives, and once it's gone from there, it will be gone forever. So it's kind of retiring. So let me see here. A lot of times I do my bows ahead of time so you guys don't have to watch me fuss with them. But you know, sometimes you just have to kind of keep working them to get what you want. So that's good. Okay, where's my scissors here? And this ribbon is a little bit stiffer than some of them. There we go. I've got some of the glitter here. It came off the ribbon. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay, and I'm gonna use glue dots to attach this to my card. That one tail wants to kind of curl up, but I think once I get it on my card, it'll be fine because it won't be able to curl up. And there we go. Tell me what you think. Would you make one of these peekaboo cards? And if so, what stamp set would you use for that? Tell me, I'd love to know. And I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. And I will see you next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye now.